Hey guys, what's up? Vero here. I wanted to make a video this week kind of discussing World of Warcraft and why I canceled my sub again. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. This is completely not, like I didn't write any key points down, I just kind of have it all in my head, because I don't want it to be like, I don't know, scripted, which I don't really do scripted anyway, but I just wanted to kind of have everything flow out of me and be kind of word vomity, because I feel like it's more real that way, or scary. I don't know where I was going with that, but we're just gonna jump right into it. So first off, I did cancel my sub. It's probably been like a month, maybe a month or two, and honestly I should have canceled it a lot sooner, but when they added the whole free-to-play thing with gold, it made it a lot easier to just pay with gold and not worry about it, and then if I want to play I can play, if I don't want to play I don't have to play. But then I kind of realized I was just wasting gold because I wasn't really playing. As I've mentioned in previous videos, to me Warlords of Draenor is one of the worst expansions Blizzard has ever put out for World of Warcraft. It is by far, in my opinion, just the worst expansion. I think the expectations for it were so high, and when it actually released and when it was actually live and people were actually playing it, I kind of started to realize it really wasn't what I thought it would be, and to me Blizzard just didn't deliver, basically. You know, and sometimes it happens. So throughout the expansion of Warlords of Draenor, I was constantly quitting the game. You know, I played first day of the release, or first night, or whatever, midnight, whatever. I was playing right away. I was leveling, kind of slowly, but I was leveling. I've just always been really bad at leveling, you know, and then by end of December, I kind of realized that I wasn't really enjoying raiding. It just wasn't really fun anymore. I loved the people that I raided with, but I just hated the actual raids. I didn't find any of the encounters that exciting. Disc Priest healing was probably the worst it's been in a long time. It was terribly boring. I would shield everyone and then AFK, and I'd be like near the top of the charts. And to me, that's not dynamic gameplay, that's not fun. That is completely boring and dull, in my opinion. They had all these promises to make healing changes and do all this stuff, and none of it really followed through, and none of it really changed, and I just found myself bored out of my freaking mind. I was also getting constantly sick due to work stress, blah 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 blah. I ended up quit raiding in January, and then since then I've been playing on and off. You know, if some friends are like, hey, let's PvP, I'm like, okay, let me renew my account, is pretty much what it's turned into. You know, I do have several characters at 100, and the only reason anybody beyond my priest made it to level 100 was, one, I boosted my druid when I pre-ordered Legion, because I am going to try out Legion, and if Legion ends up being a giant disappointment like this, then I'm going to quit permanently, or at least, you know, until I feel like playing again. But in theory, this will be my last expansion if it's not as good as Warlords, or even if it's just like 30% better, I think I'd be happy. And I don't remember where I was going with that thought. Oh yeah, I was talking about characters. So, leveled my priest, and then I ended up leveling my warlock, and my rogue, and my horde monk, and I leveled something else. I think my mage is 100 too. I don't remember. I have like 5 or 6 characters at 100. But basically my whole point was the only reason half those characters made it was because of friends. Actually, that's really only any of them made it except for the one. I did feel like what they did get right in this expansion was the leveling experience. It was a lot better than in previous expansions, especially now because you can do it like in 2 hours. You can go from 90 to 100 and it feels like nothing. But I think they did a really good job on that, so I'm hoping Legion will be kind of the same way. But I feel like when I first started playing World of Warcraft, which I've made videos on it if you want to go check it out, I started after Burning Crusade came out, and I wasn't like super into it. Like I was into it, but not like super into it, because I was still getting used to it, and I was still very new, and I was seeing it in new, shiny eyes, and there were times in that first year that I played that I would constantly quit. You know, I'd play for like a month or two, and then I'd quit for 3 months because of school, or I'd play for like 5 months and then I'd quit again, and it was kind of an off and on thing, and I didn't really think anything much of it because that was just the situation at the time. I was in college, I was working, you know, I was busy essentially. And then with Warlords of Draenor, my main reason for quitting was this game is fucking horrible, this is really boring, I don't want to play. I feel like it's a chore to log on and try and do my garrisons, but I feel bad if I don't do my garrisons because that's gold in my pocket, and I want to have a nice substantial amount of gold before Legion. But I ended up just entering this vicious cycle of this feels like dailies, I don't want to do this is boring. Especially if you're trying to do it on more than one character, but yeah. So that's essentially, so basically what I'm trying to say is the reason you will not see any WoW videos on my channel for a while is because I quit. I think World of Warcraft is boring. I think a lot of people that were mostly posting WoW videos, or at least did post WoW videos, are kind of branching out into other games because we're kind of, I think everyone kind of hit that lull before an expansion. You know, I think it happens with every expansion. You know, before the new expansion comes out, you kind of start to maybe just level some alts. You kind of just very, like, quote-unquote casually play. You kind of just relax. You maybe take a month or two off from playing World of Warcraft, which sounds silly because it's a game, but, you know, it's true. And you kind of play other games. You experience other experiences, basically, because you're kind of just waiting for that expansion to drop and for that excitement to come back into your life and to just be like, yeah, new expansion, let's play, let's level, let's do all the stuff and experience everything, and woohoo! And I feel like with Warlords, that happened a lot more quickly than I think Blizzard expected, and then I think like a lot of people expected. For me, after a few months, I was already like, so, about that next expansion, when's it come out? Because it was just, that's just how I felt with it. And that's still how I feel with it. I'm excited for Legion. I'm hopeful for Legion, but as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm not on that hype train yet. I'm still, you know, on the side, debating on whether or not I want to hop on, and I won't be hopping on until the expansion actually drops. If I do end up getting into the alpha or beta or whatever, I will play it a little bit, but I don't want to completely dive into it because I don't know. I'm one of those people that I get bored very quickly. If you've watched my channel for more than 5 seconds, you know that. I have the attention span of a 2-year-old, like 5 2-year-olds, let's be honest. And I don't want to experience everything in the expansion so quickly by not even actually playing the expansion. You know, like I'm only in the alpha or beta and I've already done all this stuff. So that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid. But if I do get in, you know, I might like level a demon hunter a little bit, maybe PvP a little bit on a certain class, but not really like fully dive into the expansion, which is what I've done previously with betas and alphas and stuff. But yeah, I'll be posting a lot more videos on my channel of different games, so I hope you guys like that. I can still do, obviously, videos of me talking about WoW, but I'm not really going to be playing WoW because it's just really fucking boring. And it's not enjoyable. You know, I was PvPing with friends and stuff, which was a lot of fun, but due to scheduling and everything, sometimes we weren't always able to play, and then I kind of felt like I was just like wasting money, and you know, so maybe in like a few more months, I think I just need like a break from World of Warcraft, and I think after a few months I'll start playing it again, maybe like a month or two before the expansion comes out so I can build up my gold, and maybe level any alts that I have left that I would like to essentially, or eventually level. But yeah, so that, in a nutshell, is why I quit playing WoW. Again, why my sub is cancelled and will remain cancelled for a while. So let me know in the comment section below if you're active, if your sub is still active in World of Warcraft and why. What are you doing to kind of keep you engaged in the game? Are you leveling alts? Do you have like a gold cap that you're trying to reach? Like maybe you're trying to reach 500k and then, okay, maybe before the expansion I can hit gold cap. Whatever. You know, are you PvPing? Are you PvEing? Like, whatever. Let me know in the comment section below because I would actually be quite interested in hearing it. Because I think it's, I don't know, I think it's interesting how people play a game at the end of the expansion's kind of era, I guess. I don't know, I think it's interesting. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I put out new videos every week. And I'll catch you guys later. Thumbs this video up and comment and subscribe and all that good stuff, which I said. Be sure to also check out the previous video over there. I can't point very well, it's really hard. And yeah, I think that was it. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Woo!